here, Hope's Homestead, and this is my coffee cup and my mantra today. Think positive and great things will happen. I'd love to take you out and show you my lilacs. So if you'll follow me, come on, we'll head outside. And Emmy, do you want to come outside with us, Ems? Hey, what do you think? Come on outside, let's show everyone the lilacs. Yes. So, it's zone 4 in my part of the world, and things are just starting to bloom. I have 2 lilac trees, one here at our entrance and then one up our driveway, and this one's kind of like a really pale pink, and then behind it is a purple one. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? And I'd love to show you our some of our perennials. Hey, what do you think, Bubs? You gonna come with us? What do you think, Emmy? Do you wanna come? No? So let's go down and I'll show you my perennials. They are just starting to bloom. A couple weeks ago, I took down the plum tree that was dead here, and I planted a viburnum, was it snowball bush. And David just put these lattice up temporarily until we have a pergola. We're going to put a pergola for the grapes, and then the clematis will be able to climb up. But isn't that snowball bush, isn't it gorgeous? It looks like a hydrangea, but it's not. And it'll get really big and very private in this corner. Okay, let's go. Woo! So I have one tester marigold in my herb bed, just to see if it's going to withstand the nights. And my rhubarb is going crazy, my onions, some of my kale from last year, which I'm going to seed. And then I planted some lettuces. And yeah, I have to show you my perennials. So in the foreground there are my peonies, and they're going to be bright pink. And then you can see the yellow alyssum. They're just going crazy. I can't wait for the lilacs to come out. But yeah, isn't it gorgeous? At the far end you can see the white. And then I have another one here. Snow, what's it called? Snow carpet. Snow, I'll have to look it up. Anyway, I'll just do a quick scan here. My peas are coming up, and the garlic is going crazy. I'm just going to show you the twig arbor that David built for me. So it's in front of the strawberries, and then the girls just planted zinnias and cosmos on either side, and I'm going to pick up a pink rose in dark and a light pink rose for one side, and then a light one for one side and a dark one climbing. And one last thing I wanted to show you. Oh, the raspberries are doing really well. And the apple trees are just starting to bloom. But look at, I did a winter sowing. And if you've not tried it, it's the easiest thing. You just plant your seeds in the middle of winter and put a masking tape. I took the masking tape off this the other day. And look at it, it's crazy. ready to go out. There's some 4 o'clocks in there. I have to get down here because I think they're ready to go. And they're all doing well. So yeah, if you haven't done winter sewing, it's really great for the gardeners who want to do stuff, but it's not warm enough yet. Okay, let's go on up. And the bunnies and Brescia. My Buddha man, he's just got a trickle fountain going there. Anyway, let's go on up and I will show you. Isn't that beautiful, that Brescia? Okay, let's go in the house and I'll show you my thrift haul. Oh, I wanted to show you my raspberries that I started, and tomatoes and peppers in the foreground, and marigolds. I'm not gonna have to buy one marigold. I have squash and tomatoes. I started my tomatoes too early and they're very leggy, but I'm gonna see if I can plant them sideways, like laying down, if they'll do well. And there's some basil in the corner there. Okay, should we just sit for a moment? Look at the lake. Yeah, so beautiful. So beautiful. My neighbor's getting a new pool liner put in, so there's lots of noise going on. Okay. Coffee's almost finished. But there's a happy puppy next door. Okay, let's go in the house and I'll show you my thrift haul. People are busy. Busy, busy, busy. Emmy is still there? Hey? No, it's Tally. Hello, Tally. How are you? We're sister. Hey, we're sister. Okay, let's go in. Oh, I wanted to show you one other thing. Wow, that fountain's really loud. The kids have been working on their music a lot lately. They just had a music festival and now they're going to be getting ready for their exam. But I'll just take you down the hall here and show you my Canada flag. So when Trump said that he was going to make us the 51st state, we dug out our flag and we've been flying it ever since. As much as we love America, we are Canadian and proud of it. Okay, if you want to see my thrift haul, let's go into the family room. It's all ready over there in the corner, and I'm gonna set up my camera and I'll show it what I found. Welcome back. We're in the family room now. Thanks for coming on a mini tour. I wanted to show you some of the blooms happening in the garden right now in early May in my part of the world. I haven't posted anything in ages. It's been a really busy. It's been a busy winter and busy spring. So I thought I would just share my latest finds with you. My coffee's almost finished, but if you haven't had your morning coffee yet, maybe you can pour a cup of tea and join me, or a cup of coffee. I wanted to show you my daughters are 13, almost 14. They'll be 14 on May 20th. And I was shopping with them at the mall a couple weeks ago, and I could not believe the prices. They were just outrageous, like $30 for a teeny weeny little top like this that I was able to pick up for $3.49 at less 30% off because I got it on a deal. But isn't that cute? Yeah, it's just adorable with a pair of denim shorts. It'll be a really nice, and you know, like for $2, I couldn't pass it up. Something that I am always looking for are these really great small canning jars, because we are going to have a bumper crop of strawberries. You wouldn't believe the blossoms. I've been making sure that they're kept watered. I also, this is my 3rd year, my strawberries, so it's kind of a peak year. And I top dressed them with some compost and then threw in some berry fertilizer. And I'm looking forward to making some strawberry jam this year. Also, my cherries are going crazy. And we haven't had cherries for like 3 years. I planted a new little cherry tree in our backyard. It's called an early burlet. And so, we won't get them for a few years, but I have right now another cherry tree that's self-fertile. And I think it's a van. It could be a Lambert. We lost one. We had a van and we had a Lambert, and I couldn't remember which one. So it's a van or a Lambert. And I'm either going to have, like strawberry jam, or I'm going to have lots of cherries this year. And you can tell I've been in my garden. I've got bruises. So I was able to get 4 of them. And they were like $4, so 30% off of that. So like $2.80. I thought that was pretty good. One thing that I was really excited about, I don't know if any of you have KitchenAids, but I have a KitchenAid mixer. And a lot of times, you're mixing up, say, whipping cream. If I'm making cheesecake, you whip up whipping cream first, and then you have to actually take it out, because the next thing you have to do is do a cream cheese with icing sugar, and you have to clean out your container. So when I saw this, I just grabbed it. It was like a score for me. So like for $4, it's a really great stainless steel pot. These are things that they make life easier when you're in the kitchen. And then we had our family just about all home. Yeah, everybody was home except our son Mitchell, who's in Australia. And when we're all home, we have 8 kids, so 7 of us, and then some of them have partners. There's never enough cups or mugs. So I'm always looking for really nice ones. And these ones came from Bowring, which was a China shop in town. And they were they don't look used, hardly used. And maybe, people had 4 or 6 of them, and they, broke the other ones and they just didn't want to. But I love having not just a couple of, different kinds. So you kind of know, oh, that's my cup. So for $6, yeah. And so 30% off, $1.80 off of that. These are really nice cups. And I just love the little embossed decor on there. Isn't it pretty? It's just perfect. And then in that same line, I picked up 4 of these mugs. Now they're probably for whiskey. $6 for 4 of them. They're probably for whiskey, but we use them for like just juice or whatever the kids want to drink out of. And I like that they're a little heavy. In fact, my kids, they know quality. The crystals that I have that I keep in my just our everyday drinking, they always go for the most expensive crystal, because they like the feel of drinking out of something that's substantial. It just tastes better, to have sparkling water out of, a really nice glass with some ice. Anyway, so that was a good find. And then, oops, sorry for reaching. I'm always looking, because I'm looking for things for my English kitchen. And when I saw this cutting board, it says it's a Jamie Oliver, so it must have been a pretty good quality. I liked that it was marked up a bit. You can see it's a really good color though. I just love the color. And my husband said he has no problem. He can glue that together. Somebody probably just didn't know how to glue it and then clamp it. And yeah, what I want to do on the end of my pantry, I have this one tall not shelf unit. I want to build these little shelves with dowels and just pop all of my wooden cutting board collection in there. You probably see people do it, or they put really nice plates in, but I was thinking wooden cutting boards would look really nice. So I was happy, and this was like $2.99 less 20%, so like $2. $2. And I don't know what it would be new. What would that, something like that be new? Probably 20 bucks. So it's a deal. And then things are never, I never feel like I'm really done until I go over to the picture area. And I love mirrors. You can see my camera pod there, but isn't it gorgeous? There's my bookshelves. For $7.99, this was a really nice mirror, and I'm wanting to, when I took you down to my backyard, you might have saw our little cottage there. Used to be the kids' playhouse, and we're turning it into just a summer guest house. I would like it to be my writing studio. We'll see if that happens, crossing my fingers this year. But I have this idea of just having just a wall with really nice pictures, and then having some mirrors in them because it's a really small space. Anyway, this was $8, so yeah, basically for $5 I got this really nice mirror. And in that same area I was able to find this lovely print with lavender, which I love lavender. As you saw, I've got quite a bit of it in my garden. And on the back, it had the original price, $24.99, Artistic Innovations, made in Canada, in North York. So, and it's even got a number on it. So, I don't know, I got it for $6 less 30% off. So, like, yeah, what? Six times 3 is $18.80 off that. So yeah, $4.80. Isn't it nice? I just love it, and it looks very English to me. Botanical prints. So yeah, I just popped in there, and that was literally like a 20-minute stop. And so I really encourage you, if you are looking for, you know, anything particular, you know, I always have this on my list, and when I saw it, it was like, that was the bonus. If I had just left that day with my KitchenAid bowl, I would have been happy. But to be able to pick up a little top for the girls, and be able to pick up extra mugs and cups, and then some really inexpensive canning. You know, these are expensive when you go and you buy the whole box of them with the rings. So I was happy about that. And yeah, so that is about it. Have you been thrifting? And I'd love to hear below what you've found, what your latest treasure is. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It's short and sweet, but I had wanted to come back and just give you a little preview of spring around my garden, and also what's been happening, music, and planting my garden with my winter sowing milk jugs, and then also, you know, a little bit of thrifting to save some money, and, you know, to have some fun too. So I hope you're well, and until we meet again, yeah, just know that I appreciate you coming on and looking at my videos, and it's always fun to share what I've found. So take care. Bye for now.